Welcome back to my webpage. Today I have a message that was pretty well scripted, but I'm going to go off script. And I am, as usual, very energized about Brecksville Broadview Heights High School, about our students, about our programs, and about our futures. I was planning just to tell you a story that was kind of interesting and startling, but during the course of today, our leadership team at the high school reviewed our course requests for the next school year, as we're in that part of the year to get ready for next year. And we noticed that some of our most challenging courses were not being requested as fully as they have in the past. When we asked the question why, it was because they're difficult courses and some of our younger students struggled in them at the start of the school year. I looked at our team and I said, that's unacceptable. This is Brecksville Broadview Heights High School. Our best and brightest kids should be taking our most challenging courses. We're here to coach them along and help them learn how to think, how to write, and how to build records for their future. We have a plan in place to make sure that our most challenging and appropriate courses will be populated for the next school year. And let me tell you why that's necessary. I talked to a parent last week, a parent of a recent graduate, a fine young man who I have many fond memories of and that I'm very proud of. This young man scored a 29 on his ACT. He took 10 AP courses. He graduated with a GPA higher than 4.0. He was very active athletically, and he was not fully admitted to the Ohio State University. He was sent to one of their satellite campuses. He's in Columbus now, did not have a great experience at the satellite. And the parent is not upset with Brecksville Broadview Heights High School, he's upset with Ohio State University. Here's what I wanted to talk about today. We cannot control who the Ohio State University selects for admission. As you may all know, The Ohio State University is now one of the most highly recognizable global brand that exists. 15 years ago, the student I spoke to you about, went without saying that student would be admitted to The Ohio State University. Today, because students from all over the globe are anxious to attend such a highly recognizable institution, that student, as I said, had to be moved to a side track. I have to say, I would stand behind the record that I explained to you for that student for every student at Brecksville Broadview Heights High School. But because wasn't good enough for full admission to The Ohio State University, I can tell you that while we can't control who they accept, we can take steps to make sure every student whose family has The Ohio State University as their goal prepares and builds a record that will make that school stand up, take notice, and admit our students. Today I wrote an appeals letter for another student from that same family whose scores are not as good as the older sibling. Again, this is a fine student who really wants to attend Ohio State University. In my letter, I say to Ohio State University, this is Brecksville and Broadview Heights, Ohio. It is unacceptable for our top students not to be able to gain admission to your school. These are communities where presidents of the United States visit because they understand the qualities and the values that our communities hold so dear. And I thank you all for that every day. Having said that, I ask Ohio State to reconsider and to admit this new applicant. My feeling is they will not. But what I will say to every member of our community, I stand as principal of the high school telling you that to me, it is unacceptable that our top graduates be forced to select some other path to schools like Ohio State. We are not going to go to satellite campuses. We are not going to go to other state schools and then transfer during sophomore year. For our communities, that's unacceptable. So starting again, as I said, at the middle school, at central school, we need to be aware of what those guidelines and admission criteria are and begin to take steps to make sure that every family who has schools like The Ohio State University as a goal will consistently take the steps and build the record necessary to make Ohio State University take notice of and admit any student from Brecksville and Broadview Heights High School who applies for admission. There's always much more to say. Please be safe as winter revisits us again. Think spring, the end is near. I hope to see you at one of our events. We're in tournament time. Go Bees. And remember, get better every day.